Thanks, Mr. Chairman. Ambassador Young, then just if I could say, will you commit to keeping members of this committee informed on negotiations as they unfold on this critical matter?
Absolutely, sir.
Thank you. Dr. Mohammadouros, as mentioned during my opening statement, the compacts of free association provide us with strategic denial rights. This means the United States has the exclusive authority to make national security decisions on the lands and waters surrounding the freely associated states. The space outlined on this map is in orange. This chart is the exclusive economic zone of the freely associated states up here, and you're familiar with that for everyone else to see. It's nearly as large as the continental United States, the area here. So can you detail the importance of strategic denial rights to our national security and to the stability of the Indo-Pacific region?
Sir, thank you for the question, and I think you've stated it well. The combined maritime expanse covered by the freely associated states is, as you note, the equivalent to the size of the continental United States in a key strategic terrain in the Indo-Pacific. What we get from Title III of the Compact are two fundamental things. One is unfettered access for access, basing, and overflight, which allows freedom of operation in this area. And the second is exclusive access. We have the ability to deny foreign militaries access and the ability to operate in the exclusive economic zones of the freely associated states. And this is critically important at a time when, as I noted, China is becoming increasingly active and aggressive throughout the Indo-Pacific. So these rights are a critical strategic advantage for the United States. They're critical to our strategy in the Indo-Pacific, and that is why we strongly endorse passage of the economic assistance package, because we see that as reinforcing of our security guarantees.
And Ambassador Yun, China is aggressively engaging in the Indo-Pacific region, working to rapidly increase their power, their influence. Should concern all of us that in April of 2022, the Solomon Islands signed a security pact with China. China continues to threaten the freely associated states and other U.S. territories. Could you explain how renewing the compacts of free association will help to counteract China's aggression in the region?
There's no question in my mind that both the economic provisions and security provisions will ensure that these compact states will not be in any way aligned with China. So, I also want to point out that these are countries that we've had a historic relations with. They share same culture, and many of them have English as their spoken language, and many of compact states folks live in the United States. Where I come from in Oregon, we are home to many Marshallese and Micronesians there. And so given these factors, it is not, I would say, just about China, but also about open society and also about historic ties. These are special relations. I'm used to working with countries like Japan and Korea, where we have alliance relations, but compact relations are a step beyond that, because we are also in charge of their defense and security. So these are vital relations, and I believe the economic elements will ensure that for the foreseeable future, we will continue this type of strategic as well as historic relations with three critical states. Thank you.
Thank you. Well then, Secretary Cantor, please explain what your department's going to do if an agreement isn't reached with the Marshall Islands before the current compact expires.
Senator, I mentioned a few minutes ago that if the amendments to the compact, for example, with the FSM are not ratified, the FSM will need to rely on their Compact Trust Fund for financial assistance, as it was envisioned back in 2003. Similarly, the U.S. and the RMI have not come to an agreement on renewing certain economic provisions, and without a CR funding extending the economic assistance, the RMI will have to rely on distributions from the trust fund as well.